Good Tuesday evening, October 1st, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Some big news for the Wenatchee Valley media landscape, as well as for us here at the NCWLIFE channel. We'll have more on that coming up. A tired hiker driving down from the Icicle Valley wound up rolling their vehicle down an embankment early Monday outside Leavenworth. More wind with cooler temperatures tomorrow before unseasonably warm weather comes our way this weekend. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. The second of two men involved in a fatal drive-by shooting in 2022 will serve 10 years in prison, but not for that crime. 25-year-old Benito Eduardo Licea pleaded guilty Monday in Chelan County Court to charges of second-degree assault and residential burglary. He was arrested in April of 2022 in the shooting of 21-year-old David Lamelli Vasquez, who died from a head wound after being shot in the 800 block of Methouse Street. Licea's co-defendant, Andrew Francis Morrow, admitted to firing the fatal gunshots from a moving car and was sentenced last year to 40 years in prison. Licea pleaded guilty to entering an East Wenatchee home while he and Morrow fled from police, as well as to a stabbing attack on corrections officer Jesus Oliveira while he was awaiting trial in the Chelan County Jail. Judge Travis Brandt handed down Licea's sentence of 120 months in prison. One person was killed and another seriously injured in a three-car collision yesterday on State Route 281 involving an East Wenatchee driver. The Washington State Patrol says at 3:21 p.m. a 2010 Jeep Liberty was traveling northbound 1 mile north of George when it rear-ended a 2021 Chevy Traverse before crossing the center line and striking a southbound 2023 Ford F-59. Charges are pending for the driver of the Jeep, Thalia J. Acio Padilla, she's 31 years old, of East Wenatchee, who was transported to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle for her injuries. Her passenger, whose name has not been released by the State Patrol, was declared dead at the scene. The drivers of the other two vehicles were both uninjured. 7 East Wenatchee businesses have passed the test when it comes to selling tobacco and vape products to minors. The East Wenatchee Police Department recently conducted compliance checks at all 7 after receiving multiple complaints that minors were buying prohibited products. Under Washington law, the selling of a tobacco or vape product to a minor is a gross misdemeanor. The compliance checks were conducted using a confidential underage informant, and East Wenatchee Police Chief Rick Johnson was pleased to discover that none of the businesses would sell products to the informant. The businesses that successfully passed the check were Get Right, 7-Eleven, Cigarettes Cheaper, Discount Tobacco and Beverage, Kansaman Tobacco and Gift Shop, Tony's Market, and Circle K. Some big news for the Wenatchee Valley media landscape, as well as for us here at the NCWLIFE channel. The Wenatchee World and its parent company, WIC Communications, have acquired NCWLIFE effective today. Managers at the Wenatchee World say the move unites the Valley's 2 most prominent news outlets into a multimedia operation better positioned to serve the region for years to come. The NCWLIFE name and brand will remain separate, and its local programming will continue to be broadcast on its current TV channels and online platforms. NCWLIFE was launched in 2015 by LocalTel owners Dimitri and Brenda Mandelis. They said of the acquisition, quote, "We look forward to seeing what new and exciting things this merger will bring to our community." When we come back, the case of an East Wenatchee man accused of murdering his partner and leaving her 4-year-old child alone with her body may not go to trial as expected next week. And this Friday, the portion of Wenatchee Avenue from Orondo to Yakima will be closed for the Wenatchee Downtown Association's Wenatchee First Fridays event. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Let your voice be heard. I'm former Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett, and I'd like to be your District 12 State Representative in Olympia. With my extensive experience in law enforcement, I'm eager to serve you to ensure your community and neighborhood public safety. I intend to safeguard and improve your quality of life. I support your private property rights, lowering your tax burden, helping small business to thrive, fiscal responsibility, and your public safety.
Paid for by the committee to elect Brian Burnett for State Representative.
Hi, this is Brad Hawkins, and I'm running to be your next Chelan County Commissioner. I'm very proud to have grown up in Wenatchee, and now to be raising a family of my own here. From Washington Elementary to Washington State Capitol, I've gained valuable experiences in my life and career, and I look forward to bringing it to the county. Serving as a county commissioner is a complex job. We need and deserve a proven, experienced leader. I'd be honored to have your vote.
If you live in Douglas County, this message is for you.
Hi, I'm Randy Agnew, the current mayor of Rock Island, and I'm running for Douglas County Commissioner, District 2. I believe the government is supposed to serve the people, and as an elected official, it is my job to make sure that it does. I have a proven track record doing exactly that as the mayor of Rock Island over the last 8 years, and successfully serving on many boards. A vote for me will bring that same leadership and commitment to all of Douglas County.
Paid for by Douglas County First.
Are you a good listener? Do you stay curious when exploring conflicts? Can you manage emotions in stressful situations? Do you want to help people create solutions that work for each person's needs, lives, and culture? We need people like you to learn to be volunteer mediators, and we're here to help. Contact your local dispute resolution center to discuss your interests and learn about training opportunities.
The case of an East Wenatchee man accused of murdering his partner and leaving her 4-year-old child alone with her body may not go to trial as expected next week. Ashton Bunting Jr. is scheduled to stand trial in Douglas County beginning October 9th in the killing of Cynthia Ring, whose body was found June 11th in the apartment she shared with Bunting and her son. Police discovered the boy in the locked apartment when they were called to check on Cynthia's welfare with her body in a locked rear bedroom. Bunting left the state but was later apprehended in Ohio. Attorneys say more time may be needed to prepare the case, and the current 3-day trial schedule may not be long enough. At a hearing planned for Thursday, Judge Brian Huber is likely to decide whether to set a new trial extending over a 5-day period. A tired hiker driving down from the Icicle Valley wound up rolling their vehicle down an embankment early Monday outside Leavenworth. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office says the driver and passenger were part of a caravan of vehicles heading home after a lengthy weekend hike about 4:15 a.m. The driver fell asleep and went off Icicle Road and down an embankment about 7 miles outside Leavenworth, nearly landing in the Icicle River. The two occupants suffered non-life-threatening injuries and were treated at local hospitals. Their vehicle had to be towed up from the ravine later that day. This Friday, the portion of Wenatchee Avenue from Orondo to Yakima will be closed for the Wenatchee Downtown Association's Wenatchee First Fridays event. The street will be closed from 5:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Attendees can enjoy a concert in Centennial Park along with food and drinks available for purchase. There will also be a beer garden provided by Pinnacle Beer Works. Coming up next, during last week's City Council meeting, Wenatchee Mayor Mike Poyer proclaimed October 5th as Wenatchee Foothills Day. We'll tell you what that's all about in tonight's feature story. Cooler with breezy weather conditions tomorrow with unseasonably warm temperatures Friday right through the weekend. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Check out ClubProCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets. At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
In tonight's features story, during last week's City Council meeting, Wenatchee Mayor Mike Poyer proclaimed October 5th as Wenatchee Foothills Day. The proclamation was passed to celebrate the wildlife, habitat, and recreation of our local trails. On Saturday, the Chelan Douglas Land Trust will be hosting Foothills Fest, a celebration of Wenatchee Foothills Day, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Saddle Rock with free tacos and music for the community.
Okay, we have one presentation tonight. And Councilmember Rosine.
Yes, proclamation. Wenatchee Foothills Day Proclamation. Whereas nearly 15 years ago, the residents of Wenatchee Valley, the City of Wenatchee, the Chelan Douglas Land Trust, along with many nonprofit organizations, civic groups, and conservation funders, united to raise awareness, secure funding, and work toward the permanent preservation of the cherished Wenatchee foothills. Whereas this collective effort continues today, actively protecting natural habitats for native plants and wildlife, providing public access for all to enjoy, and responsibly stewarding and managing the lands already preserved. Whereas thanks to the vision and dedication of those past and present who have worked to protect the Wenatchee foothills, these lands will remain accessible for generations to come, welcoming all children, hikers, mountain bikers, equestrians, nature lovers, and visitors alike to experience these natural lands for their breathtaking beauty while enjoying a sense of connection to the land, personal respite and renewal, and appreciation for nature and opportunities for recreation, play, and exercise. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Mike Poyer, Mayor of Wenatchee, do hereby proclaim October 5th, 2024, as Wenatchee Foothills Day throughout the Wenatchee Valley and encourage all residents of all ages to celebrate the Wenatchee Foothills at Foothills Fest at Saddle Rock Natural Area on October 5th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. In witness whereof, I have caused the seal of the City of Wenatchee to be fixed on this 26th day of September 2024. Mike Poyer, Mayor.
Do we have Chelan Douglas Land Trust? Angela. Thank you.
So, I would like to invite all the City Council. The mayor is going to be there that day on October 5th, hooray, and all the public to come and help us recognize the many years of partnership that the Chelan Douglas Land Trust and the city and many other partners have come together to protect our precious foothills and also celebrate the fact that we have this awesome place to go for kids, for visitors, and it's really, really a treasure, and it's something we should all be proud of, and it's time to celebrate it. So, October 5th.
And we wouldn't have this without this great collaboration.
We would not have it without the partnership. We're especially pleased to be here with the city. The Land Trust considers the city to be one of our best partners, and thank you to the mayor. Thank you to Dave Erickson, too, who has worked really tirelessly for years on many projects that we've done up in the foothills.
Let's ask Mr. Erickson to come up.
Yeah, please.
I know he doesn't want to. That's why I want to ask him. Because it is all the hard work. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Tuesday. A little breezy out there, and we did see a slow increase in cloudiness throughout the day. This was from this afternoon, and some of those clouds moving in over the Cascades, especially to our south. And yeah, some breezy conditions, but temperatures very comfortable out there today. So all in all, not a bad early fall day. As we look ahead now, here's a 5-day forecast for tomorrow. We will be sunny, but once again, we're going to experience those breezy west winds. Temperatures tomorrow, about like today, mid-60s for high temperatures. On Thursday, mostly sunny. We're going to climb to around 70 degrees. And by the time we get to Friday and Saturday, even though we could see some gusty winds and maybe a shower, we are going to warm up in the mid to upper 70s Friday. And on Saturday, beautiful. It should be sunny with temperatures in the mid-70s. So some nice weather ahead as we get into our upcoming weekend. We were right where we should be for a high temperature today as far as normal goes, 70 degrees. Our record high, 87, and that was set in 1992. This morning, it was a little chilly, 43 out there, 4 degrees below where we should be at 47 for this time of year, and our record low, 35, set in 1983. Sunrise now after 7 o'clock at 7:01, and our sunset will be at 6:39. Taking a look at your Wednesday temperatures, about like today. Temperatures upper 60s for the Columbia Basin, Moses Lake and Ephrata, 67 in Quincy, 66s for Wenatchee into Entiat, and then just a touch warmer in Chelan and up into Omak, almost 70 tomorrow, 64 for Leavenworth, and 65 the high temperature tomorrow afternoon in Kashmir. So just slightly below normal tomorrow, but that's all going to change. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies. We are seeing this area of low pressure moving through, and along with the high pressure out in the Pacific, that kicked up those winds out there, and just a slight chance that we'll see some showers tonight. For Wednesday, breezy conditions. We will see plenty of sunshine tomorrow, so that's kind of a plus in our Wednesday forecast. We will just be a little bit cooler with high temperatures tomorrow into those mid-60s, so below normal Wednesday. We'll stay that way as we get into Thursday. Good news, mostly sunny skies again on Thursday. We'll call it seasonal temperatures. High temperatures in those upper 60s for Thursday. It should be a really nice day. Friday, mostly cloudy skies. Some windy conditions at times. Could be gusty. High pressure and low pressure very close together, and that's why we're seeing those winds. A 20% chance that some of those cascade showers will move our way. High temperatures Friday will actually warm up a little into the low 70s. For Saturday, this is where our weather really gets nice. Sunny and warmer. Big ridge of high pressure up and over the Pacific Northwest. We will see highs Saturday in the mid-70s. That'll be about 5 degrees above where we should be. And then on Sunday, look at all of this sunshine. Sunny and warmer. High temperatures in the upper 70s, about 78 degrees for our Sunday afternoon. Head out to the golf course. It should be a beautiful one for that. And then on Monday, mostly sunny skies, maybe just a touch breezy at times on Monday, but look at those high temperatures near 80 degrees. 7-day forecast now. Overnight tonight, 47 degrees, 66 tomorrow, mostly sunny, and with that low moving through, it's going to be a chilly overnight. 40 degrees our low for Wednesday night. Things get better for Thursday, mostly sunny and seasonal, and 68. And then Friday, just a little bit of everything. A 20% chance of rain, breezy conditions with even gusty winds possible at times. And then look what happens as we get you into the upcoming weekend. And for Monday, 74 Saturday, 78 your high Sunday, and almost 80 degrees with sunshine as your high temperature on Monday. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
And a good Tuesday to you. Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions offense was nearly perfect last night against the Seahawks at a 42-29 victory at Ford Field. Goff completed all 18 passes he attempted on the night as Detroit built an early 14-0 lead, making Seattle try to play catch-up all game long. Despite the early deficit, Seattle fought back to within one score once in the first half and 3 times in the second half, but just didn't have enough down the stretch. Coach Mike McDonald said to credit the Lions, but he loved seeing the fight in his team.
Not a good enough performance on our front. Got to give Detroit a lot of credit. I thought they had a great plan offensively. Definitely, I mean, they just outplayed us on the defensive side of the ball for us. I will tell you this, our guys fought the heck out of that game. They went down to the last second, and that's what I'm most proud of right now, and we're going to hold on to that, and that's a foundation that we've built here that we're going to, push forward with. And, we're 4 weeks into the season. And look, I mean, the message all week has been, that we're on the foundation of our football team and where we want to be. And it's obvious we're not the team that we want to be yet. And we shouldn't be the team that we're going to be. We have time to grow as a football team. We have a short week. We have to have a sense of urgency about it. And we need to take the next step. But just wasn't good enough, especially on the defensive side of the ball today. So, we've got to make it right and move forward.
The Seahawks trailed 21-7 at halftime, but made a statement on its first drive of the second half, marching 75 yards in 10 plays, with Geno Smith hitting A.J. Barner on a 9-yard touchdown pass to cut the lead to 21-14. McDonald says he never finds quit in Seattle man for man.
Offense was responding. Defense, we weren't able to get stops, especially in the second half. And there's a feeling that you see in the guys' eyes where, no one's hanging their heads. Everyone's just like laser focused, poised, just like we've talked about throughout the Denver game. And that's a characteristic of our team that we've had throughout the season. So proud of that. It's easy to start, looking around and woe was me type of idea, but that's not our guys.
Geno said they put their heads together at halftime and committed to a second half comeback.
Just keep playing. There's really no words to say, man. We're all in this thing together. We don't expect things to be easy. Adversity is a good thing, especially early in the season. And so for us to come out the way that we did in the second half, and you can see the fight that we have on this team, the resiliency we have on this team, and just the type of men in that locker room, the way that they all fight for one another. We got ourselves back in the game and gave ourselves a shot at the end, and that's really all you can ask for when you start out like that.
Smith completed 36 of 58 passes for 395 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. He says he loves having the ball in his hands when the game is on the line.
I just think that's how the game unfolded. Obviously we want to be aggressive. That's something that we always want to do, and when you're behind in the game, Coach Grubb, he has tremendous confidence in us and myself, and I have no problem with them putting the game in my hand. I'm actually hoping for that every time I go out there. And so, whenever that's the situation, man, I just got to do what I got to do to make the right plays. Hats off to the O-line, man. It's a lot of pass protection out there against a really good defensive line. And I thought they played tremendous, and it really gave us a shot.
Despite the loss, Seattle still leads the NFC West by a game over the 49ers. Seahawks are back home Sunday to host the 1-3 New York Giants at Lumen Field. Well, the Pac-12 Conference continues to reshuffle as it looks towards the future and will add Gonzaga next year. The conference announced today that the Bulldogs will join the Pac-12 in July of 2026. With the move comes GU's rich basketball tradition, having made the round of the 16 in the NCAA men's tournament 9 consecutive times. Gonzaga joins the Pac-12 along with Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Oregon State, San Diego State, Utah State, and Washington State. According to an article on ESPN.com today, the Pac-12 has also been in conversations with Grand Canyon and St. Mary's, possibly joining the conference. There were 3 volleyball matches played in north central Washington on Monday night. Chelan swept Kashmir 25-21, 17, and 19. Manson took 3 from Tonasket. Cascade Christian beat Garden City in the Battle of the Academies 3-0. On a busy schedule tonight, Pateras hosts Wilson Creek. Grandview is at Quincy, while Ephrata is hosting East Valley. Antioch visits Moses Lake Christian at 6:15. Chelan hosts Cascade at 6:30, while Lake Roosevelt is at Omak. Colville hosts Tonasket, and Okanagan visits Brewster. Eastmont hosts Wenatchee at 7 o'clock tonight, while Moses Lake is at Eisenhower, and Bridgeport hosts Manson. The prep soccer schedule got underway earlier today with Liberty Bell hosting Omak, Chelan's at Bridgeport, Paterra's hosting Cascade, Okanagan visiting Lake Roosevelt, Oroville's welcoming Brewster, Tonasket's at Manson. Ephrata hosts Quincy tonight at 6. Ike visits Moses Lake at 7, while Wenatchee hosts Eastmont also at that same time. In fact, that's the game we're featuring here tonight on the NCWLIFE channel as the Panthers welcome the Wildcats at 7 o'clock. Join Sebastian Moraga and Matt Weisen for the pregame at 6:50 on TV, as well as streaming on our website and our Facebook page. Well, the Football Friday schedule includes 9th-ranked Cashmere hosting 5th-ranked Royal from Bulldog Stadium here on NCWLIFE. Both teams are 4-0 so far this season. Join yours truly and Grant Olson for the call. Our pregame at 6:30 from Cashmere on Friday night. Then on Saturday, it's the 57th meeting all-time between Wenatchee and Eastmont in the 18th Bridge of Sportsmanship game at Leiboftel Field of the Apple Bowl. The Panthers are trying to snap an 8-game losing streak in the Battle of the Bridge. I'll be alongside Paul Collard for the pregame beginning at 5:30, 6 o'clock kickoff Saturday in the Apple Bowl. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.
Want to stay up to date on the latest news in the area? Tired of paying for your news? Download the NCWLIFE app now. No subscriptions necessary. Get news, weather, sports, and more live as it happens. Available for iPhone and Android in the App Store. Local news at your fingertips. Don't miss the stories that matter to you. Stay connected. Download the NCWLIFE app now.